Grand Rising, rise and shine. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Zestful Living with Sweet Tea. I am your host, Latanja Millhouse, aka Latanja Millhouse, your number one hype woman, and the biggest reminder that today you get another opportunity to live boldly, zestfully, and unapologetically unapologetically you. But the question I always ask is that it's a brand new day, but can you see it? Do you feel it? Do you know it? And can you hear it? And by the way, I am a certified life coach and health coach. And so, can you feel a brand new day? Can you feel a brand new day? It's a brand new day and a brand new opportunity, as I have stated, to live zestfully, boldly, and unapologetically you. And so to have a brand new day is the beginning of how it all starts for us. We're here and we're grateful. And so that's what we will be looking at momentarily, writing in our gratitude journals, because that's how we start to pour into ourselves first to make sure that we're filling our cups up first that are perhaps on empty, especially for those that are constantly looking at what other people need on a day-to-day basis. You know, the caregivers, the mothers, the fathers, the grandparents, those that are in position to give back to others, but they neglect to pour back into themselves. So let's look at a gratitude journal and welcome each and every one of you. Welcome, Dad. We are tuning in now a little bit later as the morning or the day has started. And so welcome, Dad. Dad is tuning in all the way from Cali to where it's 5 a.m. there in Cali. Thank you so much for being here. We have complex underscore yet underscore ad. We have Ray Ray there in the TikTok land. Welcome to each and every one of you all for starting your day in a zestful way. And so let's look at a gratitude journal to start our day. Okay. What's a truth you've been sitting on that's ready to be poured out? And so if you would like, you can put your comments in the comment section, or if you just want to journal about it and not share anything with any of us, you can do that. But let's go ahead and write in our gratitude journals for today. What's a truth you've been sitting on that's ready to be poured out? So that takes a little bit of reflective time. So let's go ahead and write about it for today. And welcome to August. I understand that this is Leo season, so here we have it. And so let's write about that. What's the truth you've been sitting on that's ready to be poured out? Okay. And so, like I say, it takes some reflective time to write about these kinds of things. And grand rising to you, my dear friend Gary Dadon. And if you are still, as you are, listed as one of those that can manage some of the things that may be going on in the TikTok land, I sure missed you the other day where they were spewing out some very, very ugly choice words. And so if you can keep an eye on that, I would appreciate it very much. And so, yes, the journal prompt for today that we're looking at, of course, is what are some truths about yourself that you need, or what's a truth you've been sitting on that's ready to be poured out? Okay, thank you very much. And so I says, a truth that I've been sitting on that's ready to be poured out is my ability to persevere through challenges, whether medically, physically, or otherwise. And so it just brings me to a time where I was at the University of Colorado at Boulder. There were a great deal of hills and mountains to climb as I was on my way to class. As I was diagnosed with lupus in 1999, I vowed I have lupus, lupus doesn't have me. Obviously, there's a great deal of things that goes on when the altitude is so thin. 5,280 feet above sea level is the mile high. And so as I walked up the hills, I was out of breath. And it was a challenge for me to kind of get through some of those things to where I had to show up on time for a class. And so that is the ability that I have to persevere through many challenges. And I believe that that is something when I can be at my best. And so I am ready to have that to be poured out, the perseverance, as it's something that is a continuum as we look at the things that makes us stronger. And so what it is that I can recognize a thing and yet be okay with it as well, as it is a part of how I must move about in life. And so as we begin to get the day started as it is, Zestful Living, I want to be able to welcome in for us Asha Cerise. As we're doing this each and every Monday, that Asha Cerise will be joining us here on Mondays. And so welcome, 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 Asha Cerise. Grand Rising, and how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, love. I'm doing pretty good. And so we do know that this is our Monday edition. Add that up here. Okay. It is our Monday edition. Excuse me.
We gotta adjust our camera angles.
Okay.
I guess it's fine.
Is that fine? And this should be moved over.
Just tilt it. Oh, that's fine.
Is that all right?
Like this. Gently.
I know. You know how rough I can be. Okay.
You can move a little bit. Just the top.
Okay, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To the side. Like the whole thing. You see how it's different? There we go.
Okay, perfect. I did it. My ability to persevere through challenges. How about that? Okay, here's my hand on there.
All right, we all set up, y'all.
Okay, I think we have 3 faces here. And so it's our Monday Grand Rising.
No.
Okay.
This is the first Monday of the month. And last week we debuted our new jingle.
Okay, and I still don't have the jingle time.
No,
tune.
it's not
The middle one over. Okay. Oh. And then I'm not in this one. Here we go. Rise.
This is the beat.
Rise and shine.
It's Mama and me.
On Zestful Living with Sweetie. And so this is only the 3rd time that we have sang that live. And so I think we did pretty well with it, Asha. And thank you very much for the compliment, Gary Dadon. He says that you're gorgeous, Asha. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I get it from my mom.
He's guarding those that may have some choice words. He has been added in to manage that for us.
All right, moderator.
Moderator, thank you. And so how's everything going for you, Asha? I did mention that it's Leo season, and what does that mean?
Well, technically, it's always Leo season, but it's definitely Leo season. We've been patiently or impatiently waiting for our official season. For some reason, it's been a very interesting Leo season. A lot of Leos have been expressing this dark cloud or this feeling of depression that has come over them leading up to their birthdays. And this is something that I thought I was kind of alone in, because this is something that I experienced too. It's not always a deep depression, but sometimes it's like a little bit of sadness leading up or around the birthdays. And we were trying to figure out what is that stemming from.
Right.
A lot of people were just saying, some people were just saying they ain't got no money.
Oh, okay.
And we like to do big. Not always like big as far as people think that Leos are attention seeking and we always want to be the center of attention, but we just naturally attract attention.
Oh,
A lot
okay.
of us are actually shy.
Uh-huh.
Grand Rising, Miss Doll.
Oh, Grand
Doll.
Rising. Good to see you there. Chaplain Dr. Cindy Smith, thank you so much for joining in.
And so, you know, a lot of people think when I say doing it big, I mean like this big extravagant thing. It's just mainly just showing up for ourselves and pouring into ourselves, because Leos are very inspiring and motivating and supportive, and we like to shine the light on other people and build other people's confidence and be there for people throughout the whole year. And sometimes we don't always feel like we're getting that in return when it's our time. So a lot of people express that. We got a lot of, what are you doing? What are you doing for your birthday? What you got planned?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we just want somebody to just make the plans for us or suggest something for us, because we often do that for other people.
You really do, yes.
And so that was a lot of things. A lot of people expressed that. Another thing that was kind of strange about this Leo season was I noticed a lot of August Leos turning against July Leos, or
what is all of that
battling
about?
July Leos, trying to say, oh, y'all not the real Leos and y'all are different, y'all are weird, whatever. And it's just like,
Oh my goodness.
we're just here minding our business.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we bring the season in as
Right.
July Leos,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that we're any less of a Leo than an August Leo. And then somebody had to bring it to the attention. I don't know why y'all see she's been moved about 100 times since I sat down.
Well, that's okay, sweetie. This Cancer season is just a little
Dang.
bit perturbed about the whole idea of the
still.
season. Okay.
But it's, somebody brought it up. It's like I don't know how to pronounce the word, but the first part of the sign basically is, I wouldn't say the true sign, but it's like we embody the whole energy of the Leo.
Okay.
So I just think it's foolish.
Very much
You know, a lot
so.
of people don't even believe in signs, but
Mm-hmm.
I find a lot of truth in, you know, where the stars are aligned when we're born. And it definitely makes sense of, you know, the characteristics that we embody. So, anywho, it's Leo season. I ain't hating on no other Leos. You know, whenever your birthday is, celebrate it all Leo season like I intend on doing. And that doesn't mean that I'm about to be partying and turning up every day.
Right.
But it just means that I'm going to allow myself to receive, allow myself to celebrate myself, allow myself to acknowledge, you know, just everything. And I think also, am I talking too much?
No, you're all right. I don't know. You're all right. Let it rip. Go ahead.
I think another thing is that we spend a lot of time reflecting, which everybody should, on our new year. So, or our year that we just completed, and just trying to, you know, really reflect on if we're feeling good about it, if we've accomplished the things that we want to accomplish.
Yeah.
So it's a lot that goes into these old birthdays.
And that's a very good point in terms of being able to pat ourselves on the back, to acknowledge some of the things that we do in life, and to be aware of it through the reflection as it is, to be sure that you are pouring back into yourself and acknowledging some of the things that you do. And speaking of which, since we have the chaplain, Dr. Cindy Smith, on the line, I have been recognized through the School of the Great Commission Professional Training Institute, better known as SOGCC. They has nominated you to receive the Blazing Eagle of Excellence Award coming up August 8th. I am a recipient for this, and some of the things that it says is that this prestigious award is presented to individuals who have demonstrated exceptional leadership, unwavering dedication, integrity, and a commitment to making a meaningful impact within their communities and beyond. And then also your service, perseverance, and I just speak of the perseverance, and contributions have not gone unnoticed. And we are proud to recognize your outstanding achievement. And this is from Chaplain Dr. Cindy Smith. She's the vice president there of the School of the Great Commission Professional Training Institute. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
I am just so overjoyed.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And then This is not something that a meek person, a humble person will do ordinarily, is to, as my mother would say, toot your own horn. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself some recognition and some of the things that those that are there in the communities and during their humanitarian work are noticing. And so this means a great deal to me, as this will be something that I will, not something, the Blazing Eagle of Excellence Award will be handed to me on August 8th, and I am so excited. Thank you so much, Chaplain Dr. Cindy Smith, for this honor. It is a privilege for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, since we're in the area of talking about tooting our own horn and that things of that nature. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Asha, that someone may not know in terms of some of the things that you like, some of the things that you do on a day-to-day basis to get your day started in a zestful way? Just a little bit, because we know that you have a great deal of things that you have that you are involved in, and one of them is how to beat single. Could you explain what made you come up with that?
Now that's two different types of questions. You first asked me what somebody wouldn't know about me that I get my day started with zestfully. Now you're saying,
Yes,
talk about this.
This is going to be two things that this is a part of what it is that you do in some cases.
Okay.
You have a great deal, so I want to
let me
give you
mix
the
it
floor.
in. Let me mix it in then, because there is a common denominator in what you asked me in this as well. Because one of the things that I do, I would say, when I am on track with my routine. Why is it that when I get to talking, this lady here gets to move?
Because
still.
I'm gonna attempt to be still as you do that. I'm gonna attempt to be still.
Y'all run it back and see if I'm tripping. Because one of the things that I do when I am on track is I like to get up before I look at my phone. I like to make sure that I've prayed and sat with myself for a little while at meditation and journal at least one page of how I'm feeling or what I'm, what intentions I'm setting, and just whatever's on my mind. That's when I'm on track. Sometimes I get a little off track. Sometimes I wake up and I am looking at my phone first thing, and that's when I know that I'm not as grounded as I would like to be. But journaling is a great tool. It has always been a great tool for me when it comes to healing, when it comes to self-expression, when it comes to reflection, when it comes to, identifying things that I need to work on or work through. And so I did create a guided journal. This is the first design. There's also another design as well. Both are available on Amazon or on my Stan store. And How to Beat Single was something that I created because I noticed that women weren't taking advantage of their season of being single. They were spending that time constantly worried about having a man, getting a man, where's a man at, where they at, what they doing, I need a man, chasing a man, crying about a man, stressing about a man, all these things. And not saying that those things aren't normal emotions or processes that you go through when you're single. But I'm like, this is the opportunity. This is the time when you can really dive into who you are, what you need to unpack, so that once you are presented with an opportunity to align with your person or with a potential person, that you're not bringing in all this extra baggage from a previous relationship. So when I say how to beat single, it's a play on words because people say how to be single. How to beat single is about the negative feelings and the pessimistic feelings that come along with being single. People are sad and depressed and anxious and wanting to get their person, but they're not spending that time wisely. The things that you could be doing while you're single to prepare, and it's not just to prepare for your person, but just to unpack some things that you've been carrying since childhood. You talk about in this journal, it guides you through writing out all of the things that you went through in previous relationships. You do like a relationship audit, and you're not just talking about all the bad things and pointing fingers. You're actually writing out what really happened from both ends, and you're taking accountability, and you're doing shadow work to see what are the traits that I possess that are not necessarily positive, and where do they come from?
Mhm.
And you're talking about your relationships with your parents. You're working through a lot of self-love, self-discovery, shadow work in the beginning, and then you're discovering, what do you even like?
That's
Because
important. That's really important.
a lot of people don't even know what they like, and then you get with you finally do get a date, and you're looking for them to provide you with figuring out what it is that you like. You don't have anything to talk about because you don't know what you like. You don't have any suggestions to bring to the table because you don't know what you like. What do you like to eat? What do you like to watch? What do you like to do as an activity or a hobby? What do you enjoy? And it takes you through solo date ideas. A lot of people have a struggle with being with themselves
That's
and
true.
entertaining themselves and
That's
enjoying
true.
their own company. So it takes you through a journey, and then eventually you get to talking about what type of partner you desire at the very end of the book, because the focus is on you. But at the very end, you talk about, what are some of your deal breakers, what are some of your boundaries, your standards, and what is it that you desire in a person. And, it takes you through that as well. So you can have a list. And not that your person has to fit everything on that list, or that you have to, you know, be so strict when you do meet a person that if they don't check off every box, that they're not worthy of a date. It just gives you a little bit of a reference point of what you actually desire, so that you can reflect on that. So I think How to Beat Single is something that every person that is going through their season of single should have. But what I noticed over the years is that it was also beneficial for people that were in relationships as well, because some people never even got to know themselves, or some people, just are going through the motions and not really unpacking the things that they should have before they got into that relationship. So it supports you on every angle of your journey if you're just looking for some self-love and self-discovery and healing.
It is really an awesome, awesome guide, and the questions and the way that you have carefully orchestrated the development of a person, as you say, begin your healing journey and path to self-love and self-discovery. As many people do not know what that is, because as for some young parents that started their route of being a parent very young, they have no idea who they are, because they are involved in the roles of what it is and their titles. In many cases, is they have these work titles,
Yeah.
and so that's what people define themselves as. So this is very helpful, as it's going to help us how to be at single, how to
No.
be single.
Beat.
I know that's beat, but it's kind of like how to be at single. That's what I took from it.
No.
But how to be single. And it's really important, because many people lose themselves in their roles. Many people become very involved in what their partner is doing. And as we're finding that many of these partners, they're going inside of the man cave just to get away, get a break for a moment. And here she comes. She got her pom-poms and the popcorn ready to enjoy the game that's coming on. Whereas,
Oh, here she comes.
watch out, boy, she'll turn you out. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. She's not just eating popcorn. So this is one of the things where they just want some alone time. So if you haven't developed that part of you, and this is very important work, gosh, I can make light of it, but it's extremely important, as many of those that believe that it's a selfish act to pour into themselves, I can see this as something that they have not done the work on, and they have not looked at themselves and to determine who they are, what they desire, what they want, where they're going in life. People are just hopping into relationships, and they have no idea. When they say, what are you bringing to the table, they're not even bringing themselves, because after a while that representative, it wears off. When you start to move in with a person, then you really begin to see those layers start to peel away. And then, as they found out in the beginning of COVID-19, when it first happened, that many people were staying at home, whereas the wife was accustomed to the husband leaving for the day. And as they both sat in the same dwelling, they looked over and they had no idea who that person was. So then, of course, spending time with yourself, many people are afraid of being alone when it comes to being by themselves.
Yeah.
But I recall when Keke Palmer did the interview with Oprah Winfrey, And she asked her, have you ever felt lonely? She said she has not ever felt lonely because she is with herself.
Right.
And so that's a big difference with people may feel all alone when it comes to being single versus knowing who you are and having that company of yourself.
Yeah. Is that your feet?
Oh, yeah. She hears everything. This is someone that is very annoyed by movement, very annoyed by little bitty noises. Now, I have found that peace and quiet is my sanctity.
Is it? Because you show.
Make a lot of noise. Okay.
When I'm on Zest Philip, I know I'm a guest, y'all, on Mondays, a guest host, or however you want to put it.
Part of the Mondays.
But this little lady here, know she can move and shuffle, and I'm a sit still.
Shuffle. Okay, well, it is what it is, sweetie. And so when people are afraid of being alone, could you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Being alone and loneliness?
Yeah, I think that, being alone is, sometimes, I have to give other people a little bit of grace because I did grow up as an only child. So I have lots of experience of being alone, but not feeling lonely. Growing up as an only child, you learn how to entertain yourself. You learn how to enjoy your own company. You learn to not depend on having anybody around you to feel happy. So I'm not taking away that feeling from other people that may struggle with that. But just because you're alone, you're solo, you're spending time, in your own energy, doesn't mean you have to embody feeling lonely. Lonely is the feeling or the energy that you're holding on to by feeling like, woe is me, I'm by myself. I don't have nobody. I need somebody else. I can't do this or that if I don't have XYZ in my life. So, being alone, you do have to cultivate your own fun, your own peace, your own, entertainment sanctuary, and not, it's not terrible.
It's not.
And if you don't enjoy your own company or if you can't be within your own energy, what makes you think anybody else wants to be? So just try it for a little while. You will be okay.
You're gonna be okay. It's just you, And so there is nothing to feel all alone about, especially when you have your own company.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of things we do.
Spend some time praying.
Yeah.
So you won't feel alone because you always have, the Creator. Spend some time praying, spend some time meditating, being within your own thoughts. Allow yourself to think, allow yourself to feel without distraction. And then you will be surprised about what you discover. You might like it.
You might like your own company, so that when you get into these relationships, you'll know some things about how to be single, how to be single. You'll know who you are, how to beat single. So she's very, very anal when it comes to things that she does. She will correct you in a hot minute. And that was something that she did growing up. But again, it's something that they embody, and it stays with them. But you're correct, how to beat single.
Because I need them to look it up correctly.
Look it up correctly. And so when you begin to do this work for yourself, you'll be a better person. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll have something to share, as many people are learning and finding out some things about themselves that they like to do.
Yeah.
And so they're inviting their person into their world, as I'm noticing.
Speaking of learning what you like to do, one of the intentions that I set for my new year, I've been 38 for 8 days now. I said to myself that I want to start doing things that push me out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
I've been claiming shyness since I was a little girl,
Wow.
Like I said at the beginning, a lot of people think that Leos, because we're outgoing and we're confident and we do gain attention naturally, people think that we're just wanting to be all in the spotlight and the center of attention. But a lot of Leos are actually shy.
I didn't know that.
Even Grandma used to say that she was shy.
Yeah.
But Grandma would dance and speak her mind and do all the things, but she has some shyness as well.
Okay.
One of the things that I've always been shy about is like performing in front of other
Oh
people.
my.
Like I'm still a little shy about speaking in front of people, but I think that I've done pretty well with doing public speaking.
Oh,
Like,
you think?
you know, I mean, online, but like hosting events and stuff, I have to get on the mic and talk to people and be, the focal point of the room.
Right.
And I do pretty good. I can still do better, but I do pretty good with that. But when it comes to like singing or rapping or dancing in front of people, I could make dance, but being in front of people in that way, singing and rapping specifically, I've always been really shy about being on the mic. And I love karaoke. I love to watch other people perform and stuff. And I've gotten on stage before reluctantly, and I'm just like, karaoke's supposed to be fun, right?
It's supposed to be
It's
fun,
supposed
and
to
you
be
did an
fun.
awesome
It's supposed
job.
to be, something that you do and you don't take seriously. But I've noticed in my past when I have got on stage, it's like I'm worried about if I'm hitting the right notes.
Girl, let
I'm
it
nervous and all of this stuff. And so I decided that I'm going to start pushing myself out of my comfort zone with different things. And I just so happened to have been at a sports bar for karaoke night doing some work the other night. And it was karaoke night. And so one of the young ladies I had met a few days before, and she was like telling me how she does karaoke and these are the certain songs that she does. So she encouraged me to do a duet with her at first. So we did that. It was cute. It was fun. I was a little shy, but I did it. And then I was like, you know what? Before I leave, I'm going to sign up for karaoke on my own. And instead of singing, I'm going to rap.
Wow.
Because I've always said that I wanted to perform this particular rap song at karaoke, but I've never just had the opportunity to. So I was like, you know what? It's my birthday week. I'm about to perform Back Then by Mike Jones.
Wow.
And I did it.
You did an awesome job, where you didn't even necessarily have to look at all of the lyrics.
Yeah, I think the lyrics was throwing me off.
Right. And so I think that that's a good thing to do, is just to thrust yourself into a thing as you're learning to get out of your comfort zone. Some of the things that I say are very annoying to her. And so this is what happens when you're under a person and you live with them and you learn some of the annoyances. As I was recalling watching, love you too, watching I Love Lucy, and that was one of the things that they did when they discovered some of the things that were annoying one another of each of them. Ethel and Fred and Ricky and Lucy, some of them were jiggling the coins in their pockets. Some of the things perhaps that. Which was just blowing from annoyance of whatever it is that I'm doing. So in order for me to do what I need to do, I have to really sit still, behave myself.
She act like I got her strict.
This is daughter parenting as it is. And so, yeah, you did an awesome job coming out of your comfort zone. And many people are afraid, as I've found out, about public speaking.
Is there something that you're not really a shy person to the point where you say you don't get embarrassed, but I think you get anxious about certain things.
Maybe so.
But is there something that you feel shy doing?
I know Dad and I were having a conversation, as he recalled. My sister and I were very shy, very quiet growing up, and there were not many times that we did anything that was loud, if you will. And
Y'all
so,
was quiet.
Yeah. Please don't get me started with these people, with this mess that they're creating, all kinds of little things that are coming up. But he says basically, is it Saucy?
Santana. Saucy
Saucy Santana.
Saucy Santana.
Okay, he was speaking about going fishing and how you had to be quiet on the creek when it comes
He used to go fishing a lot when he was a little girl.
He was a little girl. And so
you had to be real quiet.
On the creek. And if you weren't, you're going to scare the fish away. Now, I can go along with that. And he says many people are taking it and twisting it and making it out of something else. And now they have this whole video. Anyway.
But y'all were quiet. Y'all didn't really make a lot of noise.
No, we didn't make a lot of noise. It was the two of us, so we had one another as our company or what have you. But we did not ever make any waves, did not hardly Didn't make any noise, and we loved wearing our coats. Believe I had the brown one, Shonda had the blue one, or whichever way. But we loved the comfort of our coats. And so as we changed schools,
two little weirdos.
as we went to different schools, it's really hard to adjust to different, locations and environments. I believe that sometimes what I could be shy about, perhaps, is maybe performing also in front of people. Here recently, that I have joined the Lynn Gale Agency, TLA, for men and women over 40. It's a modeling talent agency, if you will. And so doing some of these things, it can be a little daunting when you have to perform in front of people, speak in front of people, as we do host sometimes with the Lady Academy workshops and things of that nature, pitching and things of that nature. You get a little closed up. You become, you get tight. And so you kind of really have to put yourself in positions. And yes, I agree. You think karaoke is fun, but when you have these professional singers here in Atlanta, Georgia, sweetie, they are doing it in a big way. They're performing perhaps for a signing of a label. And so here you are, out of tune or whatever the case, just having fun. Everybody's laughing and carrying on. They're not laughing at you, mind you. Because
maybe they are.
Maybe they're, because you're just someone that wants to go out there and have fun. But when you have these professional singers, these that are doing very well, and that's not to play anyone down for their talents, because some of them do an awesome job.
Yeah. When I was on my honeymoon back in 2010, we were on a Carnival cruise, and I was at, what's so funny? I ain't even said the.
Because they're cutting up on Carnival cruises now. They're doing splits, they're twerking, and doing all kinds of things.
It was pre splits and twerk. But I was going to karaoke night. You gotta ask her?
No. Gary the Don handling that very well.
A mess. Karaoke night. I would go to karaoke pretty often. I think my ex-husband, he would be in the casino or something, but I was at karaoke night or karaoke. There was a lady in there that sounded just like Gladys Knight.
Oh, honey, who can sing like Gladys Knight?
She would be tearing the house. She could sing just like Gladys
really?
Knight. She would sing all the Gladys Knight songs.
That's my mom's favorite, is Gladys Knight.
And she did a really good job. And it's like, who could sing like Gladys Knight, who can perform after you, sweetie? You might as well just put on a show. It's who's going after you? Who's trying to be silly?
Right, and it's one of those things you have to go in with the idea of having fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. And so
because you get up there singing Gladys Knight.
Neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Yes, that's my go-to song. But some of the things to relearn these lyrics is some of the things
they're on the board.
They're on the board, but then do you know some of the way, the melody, some of the way in which they go? You have to keep up with it. I did try a Tina Turner song. Not Tina Turner. My girl, what is it? Tina Marie, excuse me. I tried one of her songs.
You be doing the singers.
Yeah, and so that is a challenge, huh?
Yeah, do something a little lighter. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but then after a while,
I be doing stuff like Sierra, somebody got a little light. Now,
you have fun with it, though.
I mean, it's cool if you want to sing a challenging, vocally challenging song. I remember me and my cousin, your niece, Janae,
Right.
We went to, I think it's when we were in
Miami?
No, I think we were in Panama City Beach this particular time because I used to accompany her on her annual sorority trips. This particular one, we was in Panama City Beach, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And we all challenged each other to go to a karaoke bar. And instead of selecting our own songs, we all, had to pick somebody, or we drew names or however, and whoever our person was, we selected a song for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember what song I got. I think it was something like a Jill Scott or Erykah Badu song because I remember sitting on the stool being very, cool and relaxed about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had got one of her sorority sisters who is Jamaican.
Right.
Now, she grew up in New York, but she's Jamaican descent. So in my mind, I was thinking that she would know any Bob Marley song.
Oh, okay.
And the only Bob Marley song I knew at that time was No Woman, No Cry.
Hmm.
So that's what I signed her up for.
Mm-hmm.
She did not know the song. And the way she was just so overwhelmed and just embarrassed and just, she just did not want, she was just not feeling it at
Why
all.
didn't she pick her own song?
Because that was the game that we were playing.
Oh, okay.
So did you hear how the rules work?
No, I did not.
Mama would look me right in my face and be like, and not hear a word I'm saying.
Well,
we went to the karaoke bar and everybody selected a different person.
Oh, okay.
And we had to choose their song.
Okay, I get it.
I'm gonna roll this back to see how you were looking while I was telling that story because
Okay.
I'm thinking.
I heard you, but I probably
It went in
wasn't
one
listening.
ear and out the
Yeah,
other.
I hear you, sweetie. Cause
So I hope y'all are listening. And I hope I'm not boring y'all with my stories, but
you're not.
happy birthday to whoever. Happy Leo season.
Mm-hmm.
But she was just so flushed with embarrassment, and we're all out there recording, and we got our phones out.
What pressure?
And she's like, "Y'all could just stop recording." And it's just like, again, taking it too seriously.
Taking it too serious when you're supposed to be able to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And enjoy the activity that you're partaking in. And because, again, this song that I sing, my go-to song, many of the people in the place joins in. And so that's what you want. You want them to join in, and many of them do. As I noticed, they were hooting and hollering. What is it, hooting?
Doing too much damn hooting and hollering.
Hooting and
While
hollering.
I was performing back then, because it was two younger girls that probably in their, or one is 21. I don't know how old the other one was. Probably in her 20s as well. And they probably, I'm auntie at this point. I'm 38, so they thinking, oh, auntie up there rapping. She,
Right.
hey. And I'm like,
don't know auntie about that life. That's who auntie is in real life.
So it's like, it's cool that I'm grateful that they encourage me and hype me up and stuff. But at some point, y'all are distracting me.
Yeah, hype me up.
So it was cute. It was fun. But yeah, karaoke is one of those things that definitely, if you're shy, will get you out of your comfort zone.
It really is. And please, by all means, have fun no matter what is going on. Have fun for what it really is. And for those that really want to be discovered that night, as there may be some producers and executive producers there, all in the videos, dancing. And so you might find that is something that may happen. You may get discovered, as this happens here on social media TV, as I call it.
Do you have any goals for this new month? We're going crazy.
Yes.
You're like, dear top head.
Because everybody know that Sweet Tea don't get personal. But anyway.
Do you have at least a goal for the new month?
It's to actually begin the projects that I know I need to complete. I will have them done this month in August. Guaranteed.
All right, girl. This will be last month.
I have some things that I really must go ahead and do the damn thing, as they say, get the work done. Asha, I had a couple of things that. Go ahead. What's your goal? What's your goal?
One of my goals, which, I have my accountability partner, which is also the partner for Cowboy Cupid. We are already on a journey of keeping each other accountable, her for posting on social media, me for writing my book, which I did take a couple weeks off because of birthday week in our household. But getting back on track with writing my book, and then also we want to start reading again. We both realize that, we've kind of dropped the ball when it comes to reading. So we've challenged ourselves. Do y'all think she's listening to me? We've challenged ourselves to start reading at least 10 pages a day.
Awesome.
Now, what was my goal that I just said?
To be able to start journaling and writing in your books?
No, not journaling.
But writing in your books, writing the book that you have written, at least 10 pages a day.
No. See, she do not be listening to me.
To start writing in your book at least once a day.
To start writing my book again and start reading at least 10 pages from a book.
Oh, reading from a book, but then writing in your journal. How often?
Not in my journal,
in your
my book that I'm
that you're
writing.
writing.
To get back on track with my writing schedule.
Okay, so how often are you going to be writing in your book?
Every other day.
Every other day. And so you're going to read at least 10 pages in a random book?
No, a book of my choice until I finish the book.
Oh, okay, good. That's a really good goal as an accountability partner.
Thank you.
There's so much going on with the production of doing a show that some of these comments and all of these, I'm so glad you blocked that person.
That's what you getting distracted by something that's already being handled.
Oh,
message.
Okay. That's a message.
Ooh,
wow.
That's a message.
Isn't that a light bulb moment?
It's
going
already
on?
being handled.
Oh.
But you're distracted by it. You off course of what you're really supposed to be doing. Being distracted by the negativity, and it's already handled.
It's already handled, and that has a larger
God
meaning.
is good.
God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. It's a message for me when you say it's already being handled. Isn't that a word of the day? For me personally, me myself personally, as my brother would say.
Message.
That it's already being handled, as my mother would advise me, it'll all work out. Absolutely. And so there's no sense of being concerned about it. There's no sense of being distracted about it. There's no sense of even complaining about it.
Or even giving any attention to it.
Isn't that interesting? Actually, you don't made a message in here for me today.
Message.
You don't had a message for me today. So I had this particular question. There's two of them. If the people who love you most had to describe you in 3 words, and anyone that wants to make a comment, you could do that also. If the people who love you most had to describe you in 3 words, what do you hope those words are? Asha?
The first word that came to mind was loving. I've had a lot of words to come in my mind, but then I thought to myself, I feel like those are words that I do embody, but as far as what would I want them to be?
If the people who love you most had to describe you in 3 words, what do you hope those words are?
I would say loving, inspiring, and supportive.
Okay, thank you.
Can I think?
You can, all the time, and you do really well with it. But that is a very good descriptive words that you have had.
What would you say?
Okay. So if the people who love you most had to describe you in 3 words, what do you hope those words are? Caring, kind, and supportive. I think that's what they would say.
Now, again.
Here we go.
Listen, that was what they would say versus what would you hope they were.
Oh, what would I hope? Now, that's a very valid
That's
point.
why I was thinking.
Now, this is the thing. Do I really read with comprehension?
Because, yes, that's what I was saying.
That's very good.
There's lots of words that come in my mind about what I embody, but what would I hope that the 3 words are, what impact would I actually hope that they receive and recognize? And it could be the same thing.
It could be the same thing that hope those words are. Innovative, a pioneer, and a warrior. Okay.
Are those nouns or adjectives? Because I think it's asking for adjectives, and I think you gave nouns.
Those are nouns. Okay, so to see how anal she is. Okay, so if the people who love you most had to describe, you know that's adjective. Describing. Adjectives.
Like caring and a warrior is a noun.
It's a noun. It's a person. Okay, it's you're right. I would say loyal.
Innovative was one. That's a
loyal, innovative, and humorous. Okay. Humorous with a serious face. Okay. And so this is another interesting question. And I know you see the questions behind you, Asha. We have a bunch of them.
You know what time it is?
I know. It was about 10 after.
Okay.
How do you forgive someone?
We didn't do our recap. So we can do that.
You want to do the recap first?
You can do this.
Okay, so how do you forgive someone when they never apologize? That's a
That's something I
huge
have
question.
I think that's something that I personally have a PhD in, but it's something that you have, I ain't gonna say have to do. I think that healing and forgiving are, people think that they're the same thing, but I don't think that they necessarily are, because I feel like as Black people, we put a lot of emphasis on forgiveness.
We really do.
And, you know, everybody says it's not for them, it's for you and all of that. But honestly, some people don't even necessarily deserve forgiveness. But releasing, I think, is a better word, or healing, or doing the work to, you know, process what you've been through that wasn't pleasant.
Right.
And possibly being able to give grace to the person that, you know, initiated whatever the pain was, is something that you should be doing to help yourself. Like people say, forgiveness is more so like the healing, the processing, and the releasing. And oftentimes, in a lot of cases, you do have to do the work and heal without the apology, because a lot of people are not going to take accountability. They're not going to apologize. They're not going to admit that they've hurt you. And they might even apologize, but it might not be in the way that you hoped for and in the way that you need. And you can't really rely on that to make you be able to move through that energy. So definitely, you know, prioritizing your need to have peace, and always understand that therapy and other resources are available to you to support you on that journey. I have some books that I have used on my journey, like, that have helped me when it comes to that. There's like Radical Acceptance, Radical Forgiveness. There's a book by, what is this lady's name? She's also, I think, connected with Iyanla Vanzant. Iyanla Vanzant has a book too, but I'll have to go back and get the book. It's upstairs, and share it with y'all next week. But there are some books that can help you with your forgiveness journey or with your healing journey through things. And you know, sometimes it is good to just forgive and move forward if that person, you know, is the reason why you feel stuck or you feel like you can't move past that wound. So I think it's just doing the work, finding the resources, and getting support if you need it. That's kind of how you forgive or heal when somebody hasn't apologized.
Okay, so yes, I agree. How do you forgive someone when they never apologize? I believe it's something, as we're learning how to be single, as we're learning how to do the reflective part of the things that we need in our own lives, we forgive ourselves for whatever it is that we're holding on to and hoping for from that other person that never apologizes. And so it's not something that we sit around and wait on because that person has something that they're stuck on, maybe stuck on stupid, who knows. But one of the things that I believe that can happen is forgive yourself for some of the things that you may have to experience. As I have said, I have forgiven someone for doing the unforgivable. And yet I'm not going to carry that because it's not for me to carry. It was not my responsibility. It was their fault. But yet I'm the one that's feeling a way about it. So to release myself from it, I forgive myself. And so how do you forgive someone when they never apologize? Once again, don't sit around waiting on it. The expectation of how long that will take, because that person has to be able to own up to it, to be able to be accountable for it. And they may not ever reach that point where they're accountable for their actions, as many people have these big, gigantic egos. And so they are not accustomed to apologizing because they don't feel as if they've done anything wrong. All right. And so I'd rather be be happy than to be right when it comes to these interpersonal relationships. Perhaps you're in a relationship with someone that, of course, that loves to debate, that loves to go back and forth, or whatever the case may be. And so it says that I'm not going to go back and forth with you, okay? And so you can have it because, again, nowadays, as you pointed out, Asha, people are more interested in peace. And so whatever that does not look like peace, does not feel like peace, and doesn't appear to be peace has no way that it will fit into a peaceful life. And so when that forgiveness of yourself comes into play, then everything else falls away. You don't see it, you don't feel it, you don't know it. It is not a part of who you are because you have released yourself, as many of us are on our healing journeys. We're doing the work that's necessary. As you are alone in many cases, then you know exactly what it is that you're feeling because you've sat still long enough to be able to know what it is that you feel. And so when you sit still and know what you feel, then you can be real with yourself.
Okay.
And so that's all that it's going to take. So how do you forgive someone when they never apologize? After a while, that person is going to become unrecognizable because all of the things that they're holding on to is going to eat them up from the inside out. And so you'll start to see the wrinkles. You'll start to see them slooped over because, again, ma'am, sir, you're holding on to something that you know you were wrong about. But because the ego is inflated, they can't understand where that's coming from. So when I say that the train is rolling in, this is what we're talking about. The train is rolling in and it's time for you to get on board, to release the resentment, the bitterness, the hatefulness, the unforgiveness, all of those strongholds that have a grip on your life. And we know that the strongholds are those negative experiences that you're holding on to, the sexual trauma, the abandonment, the mother wounds, the father wounds, all of those things that are creating the unhealthy memories. And so you take your power back by doing the How to Beat Single, by doing the reflections, by doing the meditation, by doing the prayers. Take your power back.
And absolutely, I concur and I agree. In How to Beat Single, you do have a few things in here about forgiveness. One is actually letter writing, which is definitely something that one of my old therapists presented that idea to me, and I think that it's very helpful. So I do have some letter writing prompts in this book, and then also gratitude, which is something you do here on Zestful Living, the gratitude list. And it does say in here, forgiveness is something that we give to others and rarely to ourselves. Holding on to the past, beating ourselves up about mistakes and poor decisions we've made, and making ourselves feel bad about things we can't change can cause deep misery. Create a list of things, situations, behaviors, and actions that you need to forgive yourself for. Once you've completed the list, write a letter to yourself beginning with "I forgive you for" on a separate piece of paper, and then you can discard it by ripping, shredding, burning, or releasing the guilt and shame. Take a deep breath and truly forgive yourself and move forward. So there's a forgiveness exercise in here, as well as some letter writing prompts, which can be very helpful as well on the forgiveness journey.
Absolutely, it means a lot. And so when that train starts rolling in, and this is what we're talking about, people all over the world, join in. Join this love train, and thank you to the mighty, mighty, mighty OJs for that. So we must learn to train ourselves how to love ourselves. And I think that's what it's all about, Asha, with everything that we've talked about.
Absolutely.
Loving ourselves. So that's where it's at. And so it looks like we're going ahead and we have gotten to the hour of what we have done today. And so what did you want to say about the recap, sweetie?
Well, we normally will talk about what we've done over the weekend, what we've been watching or whatever. So we're still watching Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. Absolutely.
Are there any couples that you think are a good match?
Well, I'm not good with the names, but I do know that I am rooting for the older couple, the young lady that says that he needs to make at least $150,000. I'm really rooting for them.
Oh, the Asian woman and the white guy?
No, the black couple.
Oh, she said at least 200,000.
She said 200,000.
But she really wanted 250 to 300.
Oh, 250 to
She
300.
settled for 200.
Oh my! And so I think that they had mentioned that they're doing
Nikki and Sean.
Mickey and Sean. I believe that Nikki, they're doing the hard work first because they have annoyed one another to the point now when they went into the counseling session, they received some great tips in terms of both of them have inflated egos. Both of them have gone from corporate life to be able to be in rooms that they may not have necessarily been fit or accepted in. Thank you. And so for both of them coming from that space, someone has to be in control. So I'm happy for them. I do also like the young lady and the guy that wants to have more attention, where she likes to have her alone time.
Oh, you like them together?
Yes, I like them together because the opposites of what someone wants is the struggle to how you're going to make that happen, because she wanted to go to the gym. He said to wake me up when you go, and she said that he rose up and she felt like he wasn't ready to go. And so all of these things, when you're wanting to be able to live together, and you have to understand each other's love languages. I like the two of them in particular. Who do you favor?
Let me think. I think I don't know their names either.
You don't?
But the Asian, I know some of them, but the Asian woman and the tall white guy.
Oh, you're rooting for them?
Yeah, I think they seem genuinely into each other. I think, who else do I like together? Because.
What about the younger black couple? You like them?
I think there's something off. I think that they have potential. They look good together. I think that they definitely got the friend part down, right? The friendship, and now that they've taken it to another level, they've become intimate. We'll see how, their interactions grow from there, because we didn't really get too much of what they got going on since they've slept together.
Oh, did they sleep together? I didn't see that
part. Be listening.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. When they got the assignment to make out, but they ended up just when they got into bed with the robe. That's what they ended up doing. But I think because she grew up without her father, and he grew up with his mother left at a young age, and then his stepmother and father got divorced when his stepmother left with his siblings. Because his mother wound is so deep, and I think it's also unaddressed. I think that she has done a little bit of work for her father wound. Of course, it's still there, and she could be triggered, but I feel like she's not like leading with that energy as more so as what he's doing. He's clearly afraid of closeness and afraid of being hurt and being abandoned again by a woman. So I really feel like if he did some work, he can grow. I think he's kind of immature. He relies a lot on jokes and, being unserious all the time. So I would like to see him do some healing work around his mother wound and, get a little bit more serious about the process. When we saw his dad at the wedding, his dad is kind of unserious as well, like talking, just being overly sexual and just
big jokes.
Yeah, so clearly that's where he gets it from. But I think that they have potential, but I'm still watching. There's other couples that look nice together, but not necessarily showing me that they're that I could root for them, because like the guy that has the lake house, that loves the jet skis, that plays the piano,
he plays
and stuff.
too much.
They look good together. They have chemistry as far as banter and all of that, but they haven't got deep yet. And so they started that in their therapy journey, which I would like to see how that grows, because they hadn't been talking about the future. They hadn't been talking about real issues.
Right.
She finally opened up about her father wound and her father not being there. So hopefully that will kind of reveal whether or not he's serious enough, because he said he's wanted to be married since he was 18. But this woman is fragile. This woman is saying that her father wasn't showing up for her in times of, when she really needed. He wasn't the greatest example. So it's cute now when y'all having fun and the banter and the, oh, we're gonna hop on the jet ski and da da da.
Right.
But she's a delicate woman that needs a man to show her that he's going to be there and he's going to be committed and he's going to be available and able to do the work to sustain a healthy
Right,
relationship.
right.
So they have potential.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy, Felipe, I think it is, with the mustache.
I don't
The
take
restaurant
them too seriously, but I think it's a physical attraction.
Yeah, he's looking for passion.
Right.
So when the passion dies down, then what? So he's known to have cheated in the past. He also has said that it's handled. He's also said that he enjoys being with multiple women. And here's this woman who's been cheated on, and she has triggers when it comes to feeling like she's. So they match people that they say are compatible on paper, but it's almost like y'all are matching people that can trigger each other's trauma.
Yeah, it's like trauma bonding in a lot of ways. Yeah.
For TV, and then there's the other lady that's seen the muscular, slim one, and the guy that's been on all the reality shows. She has a lot of healing that she needs to do because she's never had any. She feels like she's never had anyone who's actually chosen her. So she's afraid to really get too deep because she doesn't want to be hurt.
Right.
She wants to be chosen. She wants to. She says she's a slow burn, so it takes her a while to grow in affection.
And she's so thankful that he hasn't left and walked away, as many of them would have.
And she's seeming like she's trying to push him away.
She's trying to push him away, and that's when you know that you are not accustomed to receiving anything good in your life. This is someone that is really, really patient with her, but the patient runs thin.
But then go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He got called out in therapy too because they were like, you're holding space for her and you're doing a good job at that, but are you revealing your fears and the things that you, are working through? And it was like he couldn't figure anything to say because he wants to be so polished.
So polished and perfect. And be careful of those that are kind of hiding around with these masks on, that they're not really ready to reveal what's really going on. And so that's when the work begins, and it can be frightening for some people to find out who you're actually living with as they are doing these experiments. And so if it's married at first sight, because many of them once said that they got the commitment out of the way. And so you got the commitment out of the way, but do you know who it is that these people really are? And so that's the work that they're finding out. And so you're not going to actually have your way all of the time, as many of them are discovering that they have to compromise and really get to know one another.
Yeah. And the two couples you mentioned that you're rooting for, the younger white couple with the professional rugby player, and the young lady who, I think she's a social media manager and she does like cycling class teachers and stuff. She's a cycling class instructor.
Oh, right. She does a good job with that.
I think they also have potential as well, but if she doesn't allow herself to let those walls down quickly, and that doesn't mean sleep with him or be somebody who she's not, but just allow herself to receive and work on her ability to be close, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's fair to him because quality time and physical touch, again, it's clear that these folks, they're like, oh, we're matching them together based on compatibility, but did they really do that just because they felt like these people were great together as far as their pros and their qualities and preferences, or did they try to match people based on their wounds? Because why would you match someone who's not affectionate, enjoys their solo time, to a person that is a lover boy, very affectionate, wants to have physical touch, wants to have closeness, and wants to spend lots of time with their partner? That's something that they would have to work through, and it really would have to be a middle ground.
It really
but
would.
Right now it seems like he's doing majority of the sacrificing and compromising, and she's trying, but it might not be enough.
Yes, those kinds of opposites, as it says, it looks good on paper, but the experiment comes about is how much do they really want it, as I believe all of them are in it for the long haul when it comes to the commitment. So they have, 4 weeks left, 4 to 5 weeks left before they decide if this is someone that they want to be with. I'm noticing there that we have 13,000 likes. Thank you so much, Gary the Don, for all of the likes and loves. As Asha, we have come beyond the top of the hour, as we did start a little late. And
I wanted to talk about that.
Go ahead.
So the older black couple
Oh,
that
yes.
Nikki and Sean, again, she listed all the things that she desired
Mm-hmm.
and they gave it to her specifically on paper. And she's the one that said that she wants a handsome man. And she even said she wanted a tall man, but then she ran it back saying that's not the most important on her list. And also that she's a sapiosexual, so that means that she's more attracted to the intelligence and the conversations and the the intellect and
Mm-hmm.
the all that stuff that overlooks. They gave her what she wanted, but they're both triggering each other, not talking, not allowing the other person to talk, not holding space. And again, I feel like the root of it is her lack of attraction.
Right.
90% of their problems would not be there if she was attracted
If she
to
was
that man.
attracted, she says that she didn't notice the man. What is it? The man bob.
Dad
Bob, because he has a beer belly type of thing, and he is not unattractive. I think he has some pretty eyes. And
No, he's not. He's not ugly. Man. He's just short and stocky.
And you don't like his voice tone.
I don't. And I know people can't help. I don't know. It seems like in 2026, y'all ain't got nothing to help a man's voice get a little bit. I don't know. That's what the voice that God gave him, but it's not attractive to me.
And I couldn't listen. Right, and I think between those dynamics that I'm looking at is the fact of how much do you want it to work. And so she says that we're committed now, as they did the counseling.
Yeah, it's a good start.
And they learn to let go of some of the things that they want to be in charge and things like that. So your ego really has to go bye-bye. And so you have to get rid of that if you really want to work with someone. And that's what happens in these relationships. Do you really compromise in terms of really knowing what each other's likes are and dislikes are, love language is? And so you really have to do some great deal of accountability, know what your part is in the matter. And you really, if you really want to be in a relationship with someone, are you happy with you?
Right.
And so when you have someone else, they're going to have all of these idiosyncrasies and things that they're going to do that will annoy you. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to put the onesies on and get ready for the camera time when it comes to Christmas photos and all of the selfies, matching pajamas and things of that nature. It looks good. But how do these people make you feel when you're all alone with them?
That goes back to what you said about people living together during the quarantine, during COVID. They found out, when it's just the two of you, or when you're stuck in the house and can't go nowhere, do you actually like the person that you're with?
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. You can have it, sweetie. Make sure that you love yourself enough to have the patience and the grace to give to you. Mm-hmm. And so, Asha, do you feel as if we've had enough time here?
Let's wrap it up.
Anything you'd like to leave the people with in terms of how they can connect with you, Asha? We always do this for you on our Mondays together.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be your guest host on Zestful Living on Mondays.
You're welcome.
Our Mama and Me segment. Thank you all for tuning in over on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Of course, I could be found at Asha Cerise on all platforms. I have 2 pages on TikTok. I'm actually live on my Intentional Love Collective page here, but Asha Cerise, both of them will come up because it's OSHACERESE is my main page, and then OSHACERESE, the number 2, is the second page, and that's the page that I go live on TikTok. You can also find me on my Stan Store if you would like to book any services. I am a certified life coach. I call myself the Dream Doula because I support you with birthing the life, love, and business you desire. So book a session with me so I can support you on your journey to birth some things that you've been stuck on, not really bringing into fruition, and let's get you started. And that's in all areas. I work with you with life coaching, I work with you on intentional dating, and I work with you with your social media presence. So again, that's Asha Cerise on all platforms, OSHACERESE, and all of my links to get to services and booking are in my bio.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for all of you all that have stayed here, the duration. We certainly do appreciate you very much. 13.8 thousand likes and loves. Gary Dedon, thank you so much for moderating as you have kept it clean and kept it cute. And so thank you all so much, Dad, for being here. You know, we talk soon. Chaplain Dr. Cindy Smiths, thank you so much for tuning in and being here with us as well. We appreciate all of your support here on the YouTube channel as well. And so welcome to Asha's TikTok family there that have joined in as well. Remember, have a good day on purpose and give yourself some grace today.
I was trying to make sure you were seeing any.
Have a good day on purpose, everyone, and give yourself some grace today.
Talk to y'all later.
Amen. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you very much. You can connect with me soon as I can connect with you as well. This man is going to do here.